Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We're still messed up because I still haven't healed my characters, even though it's been, you know, a while. We all apparently have some very interesting afflictions going on here. Oh, we don't. Never mind, I take it back. I thought we had some inflictions that were debilitating, but it appears not to be the case. So, I think we need to focus on healing. So we're going to go back to the Defender's Heart, I think. We need to talk to a healer of some description. I believe we also have a quest to speak to a priest about our dreams. And the only priest I can think of is the man in the Defender's Heart. So let's go have a look. Oh god, all of this stuff. Did I miss anything important? I don't think I need a greatsword. I don't think I did. Alright, let's just destroy it all and leave. So I think now that we've actually crossed over the market square, we can actually... Wait, I still have a quest to do in the market square? Oh, kill Ramian. No. I thought I convinced Holrun that we weren't going to kill him. Let's go back to the Defender's Heart. It's going to take an hour. We have a random encounter. What could this possibly be? Nenio.
Wearing a robe? Check. Baphomet symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Note to self. Bring a mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Everything is ready for the experiment.
Why do I get a feeling this is going to be a very interesting character?
An audience. Problematic but not critical. You there, girl. Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress.
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Who's that? I don't know her.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth.
Sounds convincing.
She looks like one of us, but she talks kinda weird. Who's there with you?
The cultist's finger points your way.
Who? Oh, them. Just an audience. They don't matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment.
Oh. Let's just shrug and remain silent?
In the name of our Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause. Let's start with something simple. So here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon?
We will not answer to you.
Our lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all-powerful.
Wrong. He wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns.
Hey look, we can pass a religion check here. Actually, it's Isagol, a glaive made of red adamantine.
That is correct. But still, girl, no prompting, please. This experiment has taken quite a surprising turn. I would never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Fine. Let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question. Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal.
A bull! Of course, everybody knows that.
Yep. And a cow.
Oh, we've passed another religion check here. It's Auroch, as a matter of fact.
I'd like to ask you to stop prompting them, but it seems they could do with a prompt or two. It appears the experiment has yielded results which are as unexpected as they are incredible. Baphomet's cultists have not the slightest idea about who Baphomet really is, let alone any in-depth knowledge of his ideology or philosophy. I'm positive that this news will cause a sensation in widest scientific circles.
Damn it. She's right. I'm a shitty excuse for a cultist. And my mother used to tell me to become a plowman.
It's a useful occupation.
Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. You there, come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one.
Ask them some more. They might still manage it.
Is there any sense in continuing? You cannot answer the simplest of questions. I am ashamed of all of you. as cultists and as individuals.
Oh my god. That's just brutal.
Please, ask again. I can answer. I'm sure I can.
How do you spell Baphomet's name?
B-A-F-A... Oh, screw it. To hell with Baphomet. I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there are all these questions. I'm done here. I'm going back to my home village, back to my mother.
Hey, wait! You there! How dare you stir up discord in our ranks? Grab her and tie her up, and her entire entourage too!
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. We were just passing through. You don't need to get us. Oh,
The
no.
experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're gonna start hitting each other, aren't you? Please, proceed. I won't interrupt.
Well, you could help.
I won't let you hurt my friends!
Well, crap. What do we have? We have a Baphomet cultist, a Baphomet archer, and a Baphomet... Wait, a neophyte sharpshooter. I mean, honestly, I'm probably just gonna let the automatic thing kind of do this. We're gonna get land to kill the sharpshooter. We'll get our friend here to charge them.
I'll cut you wide open!
Cover me,
Roll me
alright?
on them. Ember, you can, I don't know, try to slumber the sharpshooter, and then I guess I'll just get blasted.
Wait, you rascal!
I was attacked while I was flat-footed, apparently. Can we not have the flat-footed tutorial again? I swear this comes up every single time. That was easy. The absence of an answer is an answer too. Who are you? You're that weird guy we met on the, plateau is not the word I'm looking for. But he was in the village
The
square.
result is statistically predictable, especially considering their intelligence level. What about you, girl? Are you ready to answer some questions for the good of science? Let's proceed with the experiment. My first question is simple. Which colors does the goddess Iomade prefer?
Uh-oh. You're absolutely convinced that the correct answer is red and white. Alright.
This answer is correct. It is comforting to meet at least one educated person in the melting pot of ignorance that is Canabras today. Let's proceed. Did Aradin take part in any crusade before he died?
We succeeded again. You know for sure that Araden died not long before the world wound opened and the first crusade began. So no, he didn't take part in anything.
Your answer is correct. Aradin's death dates to 4606, and that is precisely the year when the world wound was opened. The first crusade started back in 4622. Your knowledge would make Mendev's crusaders proud. My final question is, what is the title that Aurilu Vorlesh bears? Is she the architect of the world wound, the lord of the labyrinth, or the border acquisitor of the shapeless abyss?
I'm pretty sure it's the architect of the world wound. Because we read about this? Yes, known as the architect of the world wound.
That's correct. Most excellent. You successfully answered all of my questions. Splendid. Amazing. This is a breakthrough. I thank you for your cooperation. It seems to me that I owe you an explanation. My name is Nenio. I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet-to-be-recognized scientific luminary, future author of the great Encyclopedia Galarianica, and rector of all Absalom's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. I also know several spells.
So you're a wizard. Can you finally tell me what you were getting at with all these questions?
It is so heartening to see you strive for knowledge. I have been conducting an experiment comparing the intellectual abilities of the average cultist with those of the average crusader. And I must admit that you passed the test with flying colors. This does offer a glimmer of hope for the future of Crusade. I have always claimed that despite the popular beliefs about the limited intellectual abilities of those in the army, at least some of them can be considered educated. It pleases me to see that I was correct.
So you're trying to say that I am mediocre?
Yes.
Oh. Wow, okay, well, good lord. Why do you keep calling me girl? I have a name, you know.
I apologize for an injury to your ego, but your name is irrelevant on the grand scale of the universe. Thus, it cannot possibly interest me. I will forget it as soon as I hear it. To avoid unnecessary confusion, I'd prefer to not know it at all.
Wow. Cadabras isn't safe right now. Should we join forces?
Do you wish to become my follower? To accompany me on my expeditions to the World Wound? To assist me in my experiments? To run errands for me? Perhaps even to write down my deepest thoughts for the benefit of future generations? Oh, how splendid! Of course, I agree.
That wasn't... No, you follow me, not... Oh.
Truth be told, I have no money to pay you. But you will be aiding the progress of science, and that is its own reward.
If we join forces, you'll have to follow my instructions during our expeditions.
Huh? What? Oh, yes, the dangers and these battles. Of course, I will follow your orders. I place my life in your capable hands, so I can focus on the things that really matter.
Amazing. I agree.
Excellent. You're hired. To think that I finally found someone to accompany me. 27 Crusaders before you said no. Not one of them saw the undeniable appeal of my offer.
Wow. 27?
Your first assignment is to take me to a safe place. I have to admit that today's experiment has left me quite tired.
Let's end the dialogue. Okay, well, I don't really know what to do here. Do we replace her with someone? What are you? Can I see your, like, loadout? I guess I'll just accept for now. I think that probably sends her back to Defender's Heart, which is where we're going anyway, so... How does one leave? Oh, wait, hang on. I forgot to loot. How terrible of me. However will I fund my expedition if I don't pick up every masterwork falchion that I come across? Masterwork composite longbow. That's probably not as good as the magic longbow that Lan has now, but it would have been good at some point. Alright, let's go. Destroy all the loot. I don't know if that makes any difference, but I just kind of figure, why not? If I don't need it, I don't need it. Right, let's continue. Well, nothing terrible has happened. I was kind of worried we were going to like run out of time or something, or demons are going to attack Defender's Heart, but it hasn't happened yet. Time will tell, I suppose. Oh, wait. I say, who are you guys? Peasant survivors? I believe we haven't talked to the brother of Staunton, which is also the shop. Oh god, the painter golem. Let me just quickly sell the stuff. Bulk sell. Oh god. Can I just automatically sell masterworks? That might help. That didn't really help as much as I was thinking it was going to help. Cold Iron Dagger. I guess I'll sell that. Cold Iron Masterwork Longsword. It's not magical, so I'll probably just sell it. Oh god, we got so much stuff. Oh, I know we're overweight because it's just me on my own, right? Let's talk to Joran. Do you know everyone in Canabras by sight? Well, not everyone, but I make it my business to know the people who might need my services. A blacksmith's work isn't just at the anvil, you know. Are you Staunton Vale's brother? Yep, where he goes, I go. That's how we've always done it, even before the World Wound. I forge the armor, he goes into battle and breaks it. He brings it back to me, and I repair it and make it better than before. Everything's changed since then, of course, but that part has stayed the same. How was Staunton to blame for the fall of Dresden? I've told this story so many times already. Well, telling it one more time won't kill me, the blacksmith sighs. Dresden was built after the First Crusade, back when it seemed like victory was ours for the taking, and that the demon invasion would soon be at an end. The population of old Socorus was thoroughly diminished, and many of them hoped to see their hard fighting repaid with a small plot of unclaimed land. Dresden was a fortress built on all our hopes, and on Mendev's ambitions, though you're not supposed to say that out loud. What a city it was, Erlet. You can't even imagine. It was built by the finest engineers from the Five Kings Mountains. Queen Galfrey spared no expense. Dresden was meant to be the capital of the Crusade movement, a monument to its glory and a beacon of hope for all of Golarion. Heroes were drawn there to seek fame and glory, and they came from all over. Taldor, Garund, Xian, Zaya. I couldn't list them all. A relic known as the Sword of Valor was kept there, the banner that had been carried into battle by Imode herself back when she was still human. The banner protected the city and kept the demons from teleporting inside its walls. As long as the banner was in place, Dresden was invincible. Or so we thought. But then the world wound suddenly expanded. The demons launched a new onslaught and folk started saying it was time to declare the Second Crusade. Dresden was unassailable, until one young officer was tempted by a beautiful woman. She convinced him that the banner shouldn't be hanging in the city, and its rightful place was on the battlefield. She whispered honey words about glory and valor, and convinced him that he could be a hero as great as Imode herself. And the poor fool believed her. He rounded up some of his hot-headed friends and carried the banner outside the city gates on an unauthorized foray. The demons slaughtered them within seconds, but for some reason, the courageous ringleader was spared. A whole army teleported into Dresden. It was a bloodbath. Joran solemnly shakes his head. As you can guess, that officer was called Staunton Vale, and the woman turned out to be a demon. Not just any demon. It was Minago, that foul wretch. She's given us a lot of grief here in Canabras too. Just don't ask me what I was doing while my brother was off having tersts with that beast, and why I didn't save him from his own stupidity. The blacksmith gestures as if to ward off the inevitable reprobation. Who could have guessed it would end like this? I failed my brother. That's the truth. I blame myself every day, looking at his plight. So that's the story. Interesting. Why do you have your forge here in the tavern yard? Wherever I am, that's where my forge is. A true master of any craft will always find the tools they need. I miss my old forge, of course. It's now just a pile of charred stone and metal. But I've got my hands, and that means I can work. Oh, fantastic. Torag, watch over you. If you need something from me, don't be afraid to stop by. Okay, well that was interesting. We got to learn the story of Staunton. Let's go see if we can heal our party. I think we have to speak to the priest, maybe? I don't know. We have to speak to him anyway, so... I shall go and speak to him. Oh. I've been kidnapped. The Defender's heart greets you with unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling and festive city lies in ruins. But somehow, none of that can be felt within these walls. The people in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. It doesn't look like typical tavern revelry, but nor is it the grim vigilance of recent days. Seela waves to you. She is sitting at a table with the trio you met previously. The knight, the half-elf, and the red-headed halfling. Neles, come, let me properly introduce you to Ellen, Janna, and Curl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Cart. Seela pushes a mug of beer towards you and speaks softly. It was me who convinced Irabeth to use what Janna, Curl, and Ellen found for a little party. If you look out the window, you might think the end times have come and the abyss has devoured us all. I thought some simple pleasures, good food and a good company, could help keep the gloom at bay. Seela looks at you hesitantly, as if trying to gauge your reaction. What do we have here? We have good. I understand. We need to continue living and fighting, however hard that might be, even amidst the chaos that has befallen the city. Lawful. This isn't safe. What if the demons attack when everyone is drunk? How boring. Chaotic. Have I ever turned down merrymaking and good company? Haha, let's raise our mugs, my friends. Or evil, I see nothing wrong with making a little profit from chaos. Go with chaotic. Wait, I'm not ready for another toast yet. It's not every day that I drink with paladins, knights, and sword lords. What's a sword lord? The Aldori sword lords arose when famed swordsman Baron Siran Aldori agreed to train a select group of pupils in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rossland for generations, even as prickly and impulsive as the Order's founder, though they are considered to be some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea region. They are also obsessed with personal standing and honor. Hey, are we just going to sit here with grim faces? I say we get to know each other a little better, so we have better reasons to toast. Yeah, tell me about your order, Elin. As stories go, it's not very entertaining. I was born far to the south in Andoran. I lost my parents early, led the life of a simple mercenary, but often questioned the path I had chosen. I'm proud of my sword skills. I enjoy training and drills, and I'm not afraid of battle. But risking my life for coin takes a special mindset to choose that lot with no regrets. You have to want to risk your blood. I saw too many of my friends die, and I wondered if it was worth it. So, in the end, I decided to choose another path. Now, if I'm going to lay down my life, at least it will be for a good cause. That's how I ended up in Mendev and became a squire for the Hound Hearts. It's a small order. By tradition, it never had more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elders dies. We patrol the lands along the walled stone line and provide aid to travellers and settlers. Unfortunately, death is common among the Hound Hearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago after laying my mentor to rest. But I'm content with my choice. My place is among the Crusaders. Have you been serving the Eagle Watch for long, Janna? I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? Janna lets out an overtly boisterous laugh. I'm an apprentice of a famous fencing master from Mivvan, and I learned a thing or two from him, believe me. I soon got bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved in petty squabbles of the bickering river kingdoms. I wanted a proper challenge, and you can't find a better place than Mendev. And what do you know? The moment I arrived, the demonic invasion began. My father would say that's no accident. Fate brought me here. What about you, Curl? How did you end up among the condemned? I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums, where everyone stole a little, or maybe smuggled, or guarded stashes, so... Curl stares into his mug gloomily. But I never killed anybody, and I never did anything really bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made me choose between prison and the condemned, well, of course I didn't want to go to prison. I'm not that good a fighter, but as Norgorber is my witness, a thief can also be useful in a war against demons. I've always been a good scout. I can sneak under the nose of any monster. But I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city. Chin up, friend. Whoever you were in the past, you're our friend now. And a crusader. Your skills will be useful to us. You'll see. How do you all know Sela? I met my noble sister on the road to Canabras. I was returning from the south, from my fiancé, and was happy to be in the company of a paladin of Imode. We said our farewells at the city gates, and I went north, along the road to Dresden, to my order's camp. Ellen's face grows grim at the mention of the camp. The demons attacked us there at the same time they struck Canabras, but we managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined forces with Eagle's Watch, and my fellow Hound Hearts were wounded during the battle on the streets. I'm the last knight of my order who can still fight. It's so good to see Sela again. Every loyal heart counts these days. I met Sela at a tavern in Canabras, before the attack of course. He was one of the few who would sit at a table with the condemned. Knights don't usually even look at us, but Sela is different. I knew it the moment I saw her. That's what made me notice Seela too, though I sat down to talk to her. Never understood why everyone treated the condemned so horribly, and I still don't. Our Curl's a great lad. So after that night, Seela and I went round the taverns together every day. Mendev is an amazing place. People from all over the world come here for glory, redemption, or to help those in trouble. And they find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like-minded people and friends. That was a toast, in case you didn't notice. Did you call me over just because, or is something the matter? I didn't just want to talk about today's celebration. You see, Elon is in trouble. I want to help him, and I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. Alan shakes his head. Bad idea, sister. I told you, I don't want to bother anyone with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Oh, come on. Hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live. Tell me more. The young knight shakes his head. In truth, I do not wish to impose. My problems are just minor troubles. A paladin of Imode and her friend certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Canabras has been overrun with demons. If I've learned anything in life, it's that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Seela begins seriously, but then a smile lights up her face. Take the three of you, for example. It seems like all you did was save one cart from some lesser demons. But look at how many people are happy now. That feat will never be sung of in songs, but who knows? Maybe thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and rest, the defenders of Canabras will find the strength to protect the city. Seela catches her breath. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Elon, I want to help you, and my reputation as a holy warrior of Imode won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure than a glorious feat. The knight sighs and seems a little embarrassed. All right, I'll explain. The life of a crusader has given me more than just a purpose and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of a mercenary and came to Mendev, I gained something else I never expected. It's here that I met... May all the ladies here forgive me, the finest girl in the world. It's a miracle she found any love in her own heart for a burglar like me, but I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even the demon lord Discari and all his demon army can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Canabras. For half a year I've been getting up my courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Darek Sunhammer, the best jeweler in Mendev. Independent knightly orders live mostly off donations, and I'm not what you would call rich. But I so want to make Kina happy. It took me 3 months to find a jewel the same shade as her eyes, and twice that long to scrape together enough money. Master Darek's work was worth it, but I lost the ring during the demon attack, and I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. The ring is still most likely at the Hound Heart's camp outside the city. Elon and his friends didn't have time to pack up their camp. First the demons ambushed them, and then they rushed off to help Canabras. I think we should at least go there and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control. What could we run into at this camp? My friends and I killed 2 large demons attacking the camp, then rode straight to the city without spending any more time clearing up the rest of their band. It was only a few imps, but they might still be at the camp. Of course, this was a while ago. Our camp was attacked at the same time the wardstone in the main square, and I haven't been back there since. Sure, I'll help. Seela puts her hand on your shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Elon is a good man and a true knight, and I think the world should repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Let's help him, so we can propose to his beloved the way he wanted. Seela, I hope you can convince Irabeth to let me go with you when you do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course, if the League of Inspiring Carters come together in this dark hour, we must continue onward, together. Okay, well that wasn't part of my plan of coming back to the Defender's Heart, but we've picked up a new quest. Where is the damn priest? There he is. Are you alright? Abadar willing. We'll hold out here until the army arrives. Let's go. Whenever I sleep outside the walls of the Defender's Heart, I am plagued by terrible dreams. Can you help me? The priest studies your face carefully. You look tired, but otherwise entirely healthy. If we were anywhere else, I would simply tell you to get some rest. We are on the border of the world wound, and I am all too aware of what is happening to you. As you know, the wound is a rift between Galarian and the Abyss, and all the evil that feeds the Abyss does the opposite in our world. It feeds on Galarian. So it is that even when we cannot see demons near us, our ultimate foe, the Abyss, is always surrounding us. Many soldiers fighting in the world wound experience similar things. They suffer terrible nightmares, get no peace, and sometimes even lose their mind. But we are trained to help you with this affliction. By the will of Abadar, I have consecrated an altar here. The god's grace permeates the space around it, soothing one's soul and quietening thoughts during rest. If you find your nerves are fraying, seek out a holy place like this. Approach it, and all the corruption will be cleansed from you. Oh. Wonderful. I'm guessing that's the altar outside the Defender's Heart. That didn't heal me though. Is there a doctor around here somewhere? Bullshit. Maybe just resting here? Let's try just resting here. Your character has a free spell slot. Hang on. Do I? I bloody do as well. Oh god, we have more stage 1 spells as well. Can I just get some more snowballs in here? We are totally going for like full on just ice mode. Go with that. Does anybody else have spell slots? Oh, Nenio does. Let's just, I guess, just create pit. Oh, she also has snowball. Oh, she can do magic missile. Magic missile's always a good shout. She can do ray of frost and ignition. Yeah, would anybody else have spells? We don't have to worry about Ember because she has usable spells. She can use all of her spells all the time. Oh, Woljif has some slots. Let's just go with invisibility for him, I think. 2 casts of invisibility. And what about Camellia? He has a lot. I think, like, maybe going into the whole necromancy works quite well for Camellia. We still don't have a cleric, which is a little bit annoying, I'll admit. I'm kind of tempted to get a bless. All of our allies gain a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls. Until we get a cleric, I guess she's going to have to pretend to be one. I'm going to get an animate lesser dead here, because, I don't know, skeleton champion seems like a fun little thing, doesn't it? A whole person, I'm probably going to get... I don't want to keep whole person. Could be useful, I guess. Yeah, okay, we'll keep whole person. Sealer... He does have a spell slot, huh? Okay. Don't actually know what any of her spells do. You challenge an evil creature and bring the fight to you, or suffer the consequences. You gain a +2 sacred bonus to all melee attacks against the subject of the spell. That sounds fun. Let's do that. Might not be the best choice, but at this point, I'm just going with it. Right, Nenio can level up. She is a scroll savant. And her specialist school is illusion. Learns acid arrow. Nice. Did that heal everyone? Well, apparently no, because I didn't actually rest, did I? But the bleeding on our character portrait seems to have vanished, so maybe it's okay. I can make a recipe to cook. A hearty meal. A character assigned to this position can brew potions and cook food at the same time. For a meal, they need to have the ingredients and know the recipe. Also, each character can cook a hearty meal which doesn't require any recipes or ingredients. The effective meals lasts for 24 hours. I see no downside to this. Wait. Has that done it? Oh my god. Assigned characters will spend their free time scribing a scroll. Yeah, we'd want her. Oh, so she can, like, make scrolls from spells that she knows. Interesting. We don't have any of the abilities, like the materials to do it. We don't have the scroll scriber's kit, but that's very interesting. Well, let's begin recipe. I kind of feel like there should be a thing here being like, we are cooking that, but... Oh, there we go. Sweet. Begin resting. We rested for 22 hours. Black screen, fantastic. Right, I just remembered when I was in my inventory, I saw this. Seasoned wings and thighs. Let's learn that recipe, shall we? Okay. So now we've all healed up and we're ready to go. Is there anything else I want to do in the Defender's Heart while I'm here? I feel like I might as well. Do I want to speak to Camellia? Because we haven't spoken to her yet. I put it off, didn't I? Camellia looks you over pensively, toying with the snake-shaped bone amulet that dangles from her pale neck. Noticing your glance, she flashes you a cold, barely there smile. Greetings. It seems for a moment that she wants to say something else, but the pause grows too long, and she slips back into cautious silence. Tell me about yourself. You want to know more about me than you already do? Why? Camellia arches a dainty brow. I talk to the spirits of this tormented land, and they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons, and I swear that you can rely on me in this matter. Isn't that sufficient? How did you learn to wield a rapier so well? I had good teachers, although they don't get all the credit. I'm a most diligent student. Camellia licks her parched lips. Your amulet is quite unusual. Where did you get it? Oh, my little trinket. It's so nice of you to notice, but I assure you this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? You're much more relaxed during combat. Your battle cries are uninhibited. She blushes slightly and lowers her eyes. Oh, so you've noticed. To be honest, I find it embarrassing. You see, being a shaman means having spirits of battle as my ever-present companions. In the heat of battle, they become rather... vocal. Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversations, the spirits are calling me, and I must respond. Please, excuse me. Camellia turns away, watching you out of the corner of her eye. Okay. Never mind, then. Hilor, who are you? I haven't spoken to Hilor. A tall, athletic man greets you. His hair is prematurely grey and shone close to his head in a military style. He is lean and well-groomed, and a monocle twinkles coldly in his eye. The bold set of his jaw and his large but agile frame attests that here is a man who's always ready to be on the move. Greetings, I am Hilor, Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. I'm the superior officer among Pathfinders in the region of Mendev. However, the Society is running almost no operations here right now. Besides me, there are almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with a demon worshipper known as the Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone, without the support of the Society. I've made a lot of acquaintances among the local mercenaries and daring fighters. If you need any good fighters for an honest cause, talk to me. You know anything about the Pathfinder named Finian Dismar? Hilor rubs his chin. Let me think. Dismar? Dismar? I've definitely heard the name before. Of course you have. I'm a Pathfinder too. So you're the chief in these lands now. What about Lady Ori? When I left for the wound, she had just taken up the position. Ilor examines the talking weapon and chuckles sadly. I'm afraid Ori perished during the Third Crusade. Yes, now I remember. Finian Dismar went missing in the wound at the end of the Second Crusade. His name has been on the lists of the fallen for a while. Well, here I am, alive and well. Write in your lists that I'm back, and soon I'll file a detailed report about everything that happened to me. Finian's voice is full of joy. I knew it was a misunderstanding, but now everything will return to normal. I need to write to my folks. They probably think I'm dead too. Ilor shakes his head sadly. Poor lad. Such is the fate of a Pathfinder. We face the unknown, but sometimes the unknown wins, and our mind cannot take it. Tell me about this confrontation with the Spinner of Nightmares. It all began with a task of the Pathfinder Society. I arrived in Nero Cyan with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Falron. We soon focused in on a small hospital for the wealthy, where Falron was being treated shortly before his death. It turned out a gang of Baphomet's cultists calling themselves the Labyrinth of the Mind had gotten a foothold at the hospital. They were obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims and targeted fragile people too weak to resist. The hospital was filled with perfect victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless. And when they returned, they were different. Almost normal, but the moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark awoke in their mind, and they transformed into servants of Baphomet, ready to lie, betray, and even kill. The Labyrinth of the Mind was preparing to infiltrate all the elite circles in Mendev, but Baron Falron stopped them. He was too loyal to his oath and too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom until the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baphomet's pit of vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other, and their loathsome fantasies stepped real from their minds into the world. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things, and they fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could. But the leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon revenge. They abducted the daughter, Lowry, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults, mockery, and sneers. From that note I learned the name of my enemy, the Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later, I confirmed that she was the leader of the Labyrinth of the Mind. My hunt had begun. I would get Lowry back at any cost. Hiltor grits his teeth with bulldog determination. I want to know more about you. What exactly are you interested in? I am a common Pathfinder. There are many others like me. Fate and my orders brought me to this land. How did you end up here? I was working on an assignment for the Pathfinder Society. And then a demon worshipper named the Spinner of Nightmares abducted my daughter Lowry. For the past 3 years I've been trying to save her. During this time I've become a specialist in scouting demon territory. I've even planted agents among the cultists. Truth be told, I'm pursuing the Spinner of Nightmares. I've been acting more on behalf of Queen Galfrey than the Pathfinder Society. It's a long story, maybe I'll tell you the rest of it sometime. The Spinner of Nightmares is a true spawn of the Abyss. I fought her many times, but I've never been able to seize her by the throat. Tell me about your daughter. Ilor smiles, showing his healthy white teeth. As a girl, Lowry was just an angel. We lost her mother early on. She was left to follow my example. A drifter with little idea how to talk to a 10-year-old girl. But even with such questionable parenting, Lowry managed to grow into a wonderful girl. Brave, smart, beautiful, and entirely unbearable. She always argued with me about everything. When Larry was 18 and told me she was going to be a Pathfinder, all I said was, alright. I knew there was no use to try and talk her out of it. And she was a fine Pathfinder. Elor fists clench with a painful sounding crack. I'll never forgive the spinner of nightmares for taking my girl from me. Tell me about the Society. The Pathfinder Society is a global organization that unites opportunists and adventurers of all kinds. We explore the world and uncover its secrets, travel and sometimes face down threats. In times of trouble, the latter becomes our primary focus. We're driven by curiosity and the desire to make the world a better place. And of course, seek some profit or hunger for glory. Oh well, I have no more questions, I guess. Oh. But in any case, it's hard work. They might send you anywhere on a mission. Weaklings have little place in the Society. It's more for seasoned fighters. There are Society lodges in many cities. The closest one is in Nero Cyan. They're led by venture captains, lads like me. The Grand Lodge is in Absalom, the centre of the world. The Decemviter sits there, the anonymous council of our leaders. Oh, no more questions. I need brave and experienced fighters. Oof, that's unacceptable. My companions and I need good training. I'll get a great mentor from Absalom. For the first few times, he'll train your fighters free of charge. Is this a respec? Oh, this is a retraining. Yeah, okay, we don't need to worry about that. Not right now, anyway. But that does mean that we can respec our characters. Right, and with that, done a bit more talking around the lodge. We're fully healed, and I think we shall probably do one of these other quests in the next episode. So thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, I'll see you next time.